Well, aren't those three beauties in front of the Apostle P camera? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And they're all manufactured by Queen Cutlery, Titusville, PA. And yes, they're three different brands. One private label, this gorgeous Northwoods Whittler. One in-house separate brand, Schatt Morgan, and one good old Queen. In this video, we're going to just take a little tour of the display case area and the company store at Queen. And it's going to be fun. Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 21 March 2015. Thank you for joining me for installment 2.0 of the Traditional Knife Pilgrimage 2015. In episode 2.0, we are going to visit Queen Cutlery. And what a storied, old, traditional knife brand is Queen. And if you guys have been paying attention to this channel, and if you've watched most of the Traditional Knives anthology that Steve from How About the Truth and I have done, you're familiar with Queen. Maybe many of you who are going to watch this are familiar with Queen already, but they're kind of I guess a bit of an esoteric brand of traditional pocket knives. Always have been known for extremely high quality. They've made a lot of knives for other companies, the sort of private label knives that don't say Queen on them over their almost 100-year history. They also operate out of a facility that is the longest continuously operating knife factory in the country, the old Schatt Morgan factory in Titusville. In this video, we're just going to visit with the two daughters of Queen President Jennie Moore, Nichole and Ashley. And those girls are, I think both in their 20s, and sort of, they were rugrats in the Queen factory when their mom worked there from a very young age. Jennie, the president, was originally, a machine operator for Queen as a young woman and worked her way all the way up through the company and now is president under the ownership of the Daniels family. Ken Daniels is the primary financier and owner of Queen these days. And this is a deal, in his own words, that he wasn't going to do unless Jennie would stick around and run the place. So Jennie does that. Ashley and Nichole following in Mom's footsteps. And what a delightful pair of young women they are. Just had a blast on this little tour, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Thank you to the Daniels family, Ken, Ryan. Thank you to Jennie, who was unable to be part of this video. She's, I think, out of town on a well-deserved vacation. Go Jennie. But just want you guys to know that I, as well as many of my subscribers and lots of the traditional knife community, support and are pulling for you. And you're going to see in this video, there is an atmosphere of family at Queen like nothing you've ever seen. In fact, the new production 2015 Queen offerings have a new tang stamp. They have a big Queen logo, the Q with a crown, and then the letters DFC immediately following. That stands for Daniels Family Cutlery. And to be a member of the Queen family, your last name does not have to be Daniels. They are all family. And I'll just let the girls tell you. Stick around, guys. You're going to love this. After lunch, I'll try to stop in at Queen. Don't really have any tour plans there. None of the executive staff, Ken Daniels or his son Ryan, or President Jennie Moore are going to be available to conduct any tours. But I will pop into the company store at Queen and see if Ashley or any of the gang are available to show us around the display cases. Who knows, maybe even sell us a knife. Now we're pulling up on the edge of this residential neighborhood. We're coming up to Queen. So we're going to I'll make a little bit of a surprise visit here. Be back in just a minute. Okay, guys, quickly. This was pretty cool because I didn't know as I was making that Titusville footage that you just saw whether I was even going to be able to talk to anybody at Queen. Didn't even know if they had a company store. And I pulled up and kind of got the lay of the land, read the sign on the door. It said Queen Cutlery Company Store. And I walked inside and, well, Jennie's daughter Nichole just happened to be there. And she didn't really feel comfortable doing a video, but she called Ken Daniels. He said, heck, if you're comfortable, go ahead and do a video. She still wasn't comfortable, so she went and got her sister Ashley, and both of them actually stuck around and did this. And it's so cool because I didn't do this, I didn't do that intro footage before I knew I was going to get in there. So it just ended up working out so great. Take a look at it. These girls are precious. We need to support this company. Okay, guys, we are in the Queen Cutlery factory store. And we have the two daughters of Jennie Moore, Nichole, who really doesn't want to be here because she's on camera, and Ashley.
Hi.
And you're the production supervisor, aren't you, Ashley?
Yes. Yes.
And Ashley's going to give us a little tour of the store and kind of tell us what's new and what's going on at Queen. And as we look at some of the knives on the counter, I've sort of picked one out that's going home, and we'll see if any of you can figure out which one. Now, don't tell them.
Okay.
So take it away, Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley Wright. I'm the production supervisor, like he said, and I kind of got laid out here some of the new the product line that's coming out that should be to our distributors by now. I believe that all this stuff is. We got this one here is part of our workhorse line. It's a number 56, and it's carbon. And with a Delrin handle on it and big pins. It's a great first-time user knife. If you're just getting into knives, just getting into the whole pocket world, this is a good knife to start with.
So that's a two-bladed jack clip and a pen, right?
Yep.
And guys, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but this Delrin looks so much like winter bottom bone. What's that knife going to retail for, Ashley?
It's going to depend on the retailer, but I'm going to say it's probably going to be around $70, but that's rough guess.
That'll be a good buy.
Yeah.
It really will.
And then we got up front here is our new feather buffalo horn in the little two-bladed senator. And then we have the trapper and the feather buffalo horn. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, look at that, guys.
That side.
This is buffalo horn, but they're calling it feather buffalo. It's got lots of character, little white streaks and grays. And this is kind of a little Jets half whittler kind of a construction. Is that a clip and a pen also?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then this big trapper. Show them that, Ashley. That thing is gorgeous.
There's nice character in that one.
It sure does. And that's going to be a muskrat clip and a spay. That's probably, what, a 4-inch frame? Pretty close?
3.5, 4, I think. Okay. Yeah, right in there.
And those are both D2.
D2. Yep. All of the regular Queen product is D2. And then also with the buffalo horn is a satin finish.
Which great user finish. And then these red boxes with the blue labels are special.
Yep, those are brand new for us. They're the new DFC. Trying to get with the new they work with the new Tang stamp, and we wanted to go red, white, and blue for all American.
Right. And DFC stands for
Daniel's Family Cutlery. Is on that.
So that kind of marks the kind of, it's a line of demarcation in Daniel's production versus Old Queen production, right?
Correct. And then also it's on the Tang stamp too is DFC. I don't know if you can get in close enough.
Oh, I think we got it. Let's see if I can punch my focus. Oh, yeah. So Ashley personally guarantees all these DFC knives to be perfect every time, right?
Every time.
Every time.
And then let's see if I got one here. This one. Oh, this one. This is our Walnut. This is the third line we're doing this year. Is the American Walnut. And this is a new medium toothpick that we came out with, and
That is a gorgeous toothpick.
it's a nice medium. I like it because it works. Good user knife.
You're a knife
Your
girl,
hand.
aren't you? You are.
Work it. I like working with knives. But this one has a satin finish as well.
That is a beauty.
And now, no, we discontinued the tiny one, so we just have the large and the medium right now that we're running. Yeah, but we did discontinue the small one.
And it's hard to tell on camera as these knives are flashing by, but Ashley and I were talking before the camera came on. Guys, these grinds are beautiful, and if you've bought any Queen knives over the last few years and had issues with blade grinds, I'm here to tell you, they're getting it right. These things are beautiful.
Thank you. And we're doing a lot of special runs. We were talking before they started too. Limited runs that you'll have to go through your dealers and distributors for, of course. But like these guys here are brand new for us. We're actually still in production with them. They're in Department 6 and 7, the cleaning and inspecting department. But these are two little serpentines, mother of pearl and black lip pearl.
Black lip pearl.
Yeah. Yep.
This stuff is gorgeous.
It's really nice.
It almost looks like a cross between mother of pearl and abalone.
Yeah, almost, yeah. And then we did a pattern brass on the inside of it.
I know the camera will not pick that up, but I'm going to try. Oh, there it is.
There, get it?
So is that engraved or is it stamped?
It's actually rolled. When they roll out the brass, I think it's like a stamp that they get stamped on it.
So there's a pattern in the roller that transfers to the brass.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yep. And there's their satin finished. And there's only 50 of each with the pearl and then with the black lip. And Schatt Morgan blades, of course.
Those are gorgeous. Small knives, bro. We're just over 2 inches probably closed.
Yeah. And with the small run stuff, we usually only run between 100 to 50 to 100. So you're getting a really unique knife with that. And then throughout the rest of the store is kind of just...
Before we move, I got to look at this. This is almost like a sidebuster pattern and a lockback.
That one, yeah, that one there. This one's actually discontinued now. It was just kind of an extra one we had.
An overproduction knife. Mm-hmm. What is that micarta? Or
yep, it's micarta. Mm-hmm. Linen micarta. And so it's a nice knife. It didn't do as well for us as far as popularity wise, but it's a nice knife. And it's D2.
It is D2?
Yep.
Whoops. Isn't that something? Boy, the patterning in that micarta is phenomenal. Just gorgeous. When were these, like 2013 maybe?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sidebusters are kind of hot. That one, you might get a phone call on that one after this video goes up. Okay, so what else we have besides this beautiful old National Cash Register?
Yeah, we got this old cash register. Ken actually found this and brought it in, and he's a big historian.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He loves the whole history of Queen, and he wants to see it grow for another 100-some years and plus. So he's really big into. When he first bought the plant, actually, one of the first weekends he was up here. He had me up above the vault and digging for things, just literature, just old paperwork. He just went ecstatic with trying to find some of that kind of stuff. So
how much Queen history is there? 100 years on that?
Let's see, almost. Oh, no, yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting close. If it hasn't been, it's right close, I believe.
And speaking of that, this building we're in, it's been operating since about 1900?
Yep, since 1902. Yep, it started as Schatt Morgan and then went into Queen Cutlery in 1922. But it started as Schatt Morgan. But yep, it's been in production since then.
Oldest knife factory continuously operating in the country, isn't it?
I believe so. In the same building. In the same building. These cases here are just kind of for display. They're from the 60s and 70s. And
being guarded by the pheasant.
Yeah. And these are actually the prices. If you want to, I don't know if it's kind of dusty probably, but the prices on here are actually the prices it retailed at in the 60s, 50s, and 60s.
Yeah, like
Yep.
take this big Stockman right here. Can you buy that for $40 today, guys? Don't think so.
And in bone, and that those would have been stainless blades. Yeah, that wasn't can't get that now. That's for sure. People ask, but.
So we're getting older here?
Yeah, I believe this was from now don't quote me on it, but I believe it's from the 50s. I think these ones were the 50s and these ones were the 60s. And this was actually donated to us from a collector. He used to be with our Queen Collectors Club. He was traveling down south in an old, what is it? Like an old, what am I looking for? Hardware store, yeah.
So this was a hardware store display case of Queen knives.
Yep.
Now is that old Winterbottom bone, most of that?
It's the pins look. I think some of it is, and some of it might be the plastic, but it might be all the Winterbottom. But it's not as faded as
Right.
as the Winterbottom would be.
Are those the prices?
Those are the retail prices.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Guys, these knives are like mostly under $5. I don't know if you can see these tags.
And we still make some of the patterns. Some of them are discontinued, obviously.
you
But like right there, you got the medium stock, man.
Can't buy those for that now, huh?
No. And that big folding hunter, we still
What
make
is
that
that
one.
thing next to the scissors? Is that clippers?
Yeah, those.
Manual clippers? Did you make those?
I don't think Queen made them. I think we kind of got them in and then just stamped them
Got it.
for that. And the same way with the scissors. I don't think we ever made the scissors, but we.
Can you imagine how tired your hand would get?
Yeah.
Gracious. And then this last case over here, not all fixed blades, but lots of fixed blades.
Yeah, that case is kind of a random case. I mean, you got some fixed blades on the bottom
That looks
there.
like a store case too.
Yep. I don't know where this one came from, but I do know the story on that one.
Awesome. So those tags would be like numbers that would correspond with warehouse boxes, probably. Or
Yeah, and those are
that looks
those
like,
are the patterns too.
oh, are they the patterns?
Yeah,
Okay.
those are the patterns too.
That looks like 80s to me. I don't know why. And then, wow, look at those. Those are Queen knives?
Yeah, that was a special run that we made. I can't remember for who. They're just Tang Queen Steel QC.
So were any of these, I know that case came from a collector, right?
It was
Were the rest of them all here in the store for years, or?
Well, like these ones were donated to us by this one, and I'm not sure about this one, and that one over there. I do know that one's right.
The one with the red background?
Yeah, by Fred Sampson. He was actually he used to work here, and I believe he was part of the own. I'm not sure if I should. He's a collector.
Gotcha.
Let's put it that way.
So here we're into some nice old Winterbottom, aren't we?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So there's lots of history in this room.
Yeah.
And lots of animals. I learned something today that I didn't know. You have elk in Pennsylvania. Did you know you have elk in Pennsylvania?
And actually, it's kind of a funny story. We were at here. Well, my mom redid this. Jenny redid this room. It used to be an office space, and she turned it into a little store. So we were actually little and growing up, and saw her transform this. It was kind of neat to see that.
That is pretty neat. And
yeah.
your mom's worked here like forever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be 26, so she's been here 27, going to be 27 years.
And she started as a machine operator?
Yes. Yep.
And she's
She actually started across the street.
And she's president of the company now?
Yes. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
She didn't think she was ever going to do that when she first started.
So,
to be where
so
she
who's
is
the
now.
next president?
I don't know.
No?
Don't know yet.
So it's been a pretty good relationship between the Moore family and the Daniels family.
Oh yes.
obviously.
Oh yeah. We're one big family.
Absolutely.
We're definitely one big family. That's for sure.
So kind of tell me what's going on and what are our 2015 plans? What should we knife lovers expect from Queen this year?
From this year, I think just a lot of new things and more consistency as far as our quality. We're always trying to work on that, always trying to make that better. And we got some new, some stuff you haven't seen yet, from new patterns coming out that's really good. I think gonna really knock some people out of their seats.
That'll be cool.
Styles,
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're kind of in the midst of a traditional knife renaissance, I think.
Anything for the post office?
You know, knife guys are really sort of looking backward now, which is kind of neat. And there's a lot of traditional people who've been collecting traditional knives their whole lives who are really pulling for Queen. So lots of us guys out there really want to see you do well. And it looks like things are really cooking.
Yeah, we're gonna be busy this year. That's for sure. Really busy.
Good. I'm going to take one more look at these knives on the top of the case because I don't know, maybe the first one to comment with the correct knife that I'm taking home might find something nice in their Christmas stocking. Which one could it be? You girls already know. So.
I don't want to spoil the surprise.
I'm trying not to let my camera movements give it away. All right, I'm going to let these beautiful young ladies go because I sort of popped in on them and they didn't really know I was coming.
No
And
problem at
you've
all.
been very gracious, and it's been great to spend a little time with you both. And our best wishes and prayers for Queen Cutlery.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Now, aren't they delightful? That was just so much fun. And such a nice surprise. It is so cool to see two young women in their 20s with such a passion for such an old craft and an old company. They get it. They really, really get it. Thank you so much, Ashley and Nichole. And thank you, Jennie, for raising two such wonderful, wonderful girls. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. Thank you, Ken, for creating a place for such wonderful people and such wonderful work to continue. You're in our prayers, and we're pulling for you. Among the lots of stuff that Nichole and Ashley stuffed in a couple bags for me when I left Queen are, goodness gracious, 6 of these Queen catalogs for 2015. If any of you guys are seriously interested in having a catalog, just let me know. I will put one in the mail for you. I don't need to hoard them, and this word needs to get out. This is a great shot of the corner of the building. This is what I walked up to. What a cool place. Here's a close-up of the sign. Isn't that neat? But yeah, if you guys are traditional pocket knife guys and you would like a 2015 Queen catalog, let me know. I don't need them all, and I'd love to have them in the hands of people who might use them. And let's face it, there's a lot of cost in this thing, and you don't need to bother Ashley and Nichole for one of these because I've got plenty. So on that note, we're going to close the book on episode 2.0 of my traditional knife pilgrimage 2015. See you on the next video, guys. And remember, the word is sharp.